the whole thing is to take that, put your own input into it, and give us something new. And I don't think that these guys feel like they can do that if they implement older guys, you know, with them. Either we're going to outshine them, or they feel like we're not current.
Right.
And so that's why you don't see a lot of it. Dougie Fresh is like kind of old school, you know, he kind of, you know, bridges the generations between our generation and the next school. Today, Dougie's still viable to this point, and Dougie's one of those guys who went to different artists, myself being one, other artists, and did songs with them and put them on records and stuff like that. And there are a couple of guys, but those guys are older guys who appreciate us firsthand. They were there in the audience watching us. So we are a direct, you know, influence on them. So, you know, the Dougie Freshes, you know, and even guys like Jay-Z, even Tupac mentioned me and a lot of cats in the song. You know, so they were definitely influenced by us, but not close enough to be like, okay, come in the studio with me. You know what I mean? When I first saw Jay-Z, he was with Clark Kent. And they were at a new music seminar. This is during the 80s. And me and Melly Mel was sitting in seats. And Clark Kent walked by with Jay-Z. And Clark Kent was like, yo, what's up, y'all? We was like, what's up, Clark? He was like, yo, it's a new MC, man. This kid I'm working with, he's nice, man. He was like, all right, bet. He was like, yo, I'm going to get him to battle y'all. I said, wait, hold up. Don't do that.
He ain't that ready.
Don't do that.
This was before he...
Don't end his career before it starts, okay? And then, you know, we laughed about it and kept it moving. Now Jay-Z, the biggest nigga on the planet, man. He the big. I always go back to that day and was like, damn, I should have went up and said to him, gave him a hug or something, like, try to encourage. Say, yo, man, keep it up, man. Do what you do.
Now look.
Hey, listen, he did. He is one of the first, or one of the only, rappers, okay, that bought me a bottle of champagne for my birthday. Okay, we was in the club somewhere. He was having an event, and we just passed each other. I was like, yo, what up, Jay? He was like, yo, what up, man? I was like, yo, it's my birthday. He said, yo, what you drinking? I said, Moet. Nigga bought me a bottle. I'm like, all right, good look. Now, that ain't nothing for Jay-Z, but he don't have to do that. So I thought that was really big. And Peter Guns is the other person. Peter Guns, the other person, bought me a bottle of champagne for my birthday. Now, a lot of people have. But I mean, as far as artists, you know what I mean? Not a lot of cats you feel like everybody should buy you a bottle of champagne. You know, oh, Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes also bought me a bottle of champagne. Busta, that's like my nephew.
You know what? I mean, I like music, period. So of course I like rap. Jay-Z is like my favorite, of course. Well, you're my friend, so I can't, you know, you're my favorite, but Jay's my favorite. Everybody knows this. This is
gotta be everybody's favorite. The guy, you can't hate on him. You know what I mean? You see what he came from, and he's lyrically astute. You can't mess with him.
Even before I realized this dude had bars, he just had some undeniable swag before people labeled swag. Like, this was one of them kids, like with Bus. I love Bus. Like, if you said, Gav, name two people that you would, like, have to meet right now, if I could put them, I would be like, it would be Bus and Rakim. Because...
Bus and Rakim?
Yes, but wait a minute. You know why? Because it's just some people that have an undeniable star power when you look at them. When Bus was in his group, I was like, you know something? This group is not the greatest. But that one right there. It was just like, but that dude, it's just something about him. You could see him in a video, you could see him in a show. You was just like, that one right there, when this thing falls apart, it's going to be something. And look, ta-da, Busta Buzz.
Listen, especially...
And Rakim, of course.
Well, with the group dynamic, there's always a standout. There's always a lead. I mean, from the Jackson 5 on up, Temptations, everybody, there's a lead. There's that guy who's the guy that you remember. All right? And usually, he's either the lead singer or that personality. He has that thing that just stands out among everybody else. You know what I mean? There may be more talented people in the group, like somebody that does the writing or does the production or does the show, but when it's time to step on that stage, everybody looking at that guy right there. For some reason,
and Jay was that person. You're like, this is not.
It don't hurt being solo. It don't hurt being the only dude up there, okay? Try to be that with 6 other niggas standing on the stage next to you, okay?
But you know something, that's when true star quality comes out too. You know, you could be the star when you by yourself, but when you got a group of dudes and somebody looks and says, that one right there.
I guess it's a double-edged sword because when you got a group of people, you got a support system.
True.
Try going out there on your own by yourself and capturing that whole crowd.
That's the star quality.
That's the test of
star quality. That's the test of your personality. Cream rises to the top.
Definitely.
Shit stinks.
You know, so that's why to this day, I kind of transcend the group dichotomy. You know what I mean? Right. It's like I've always felt early on that a group is much more powerful than one individual. I think you get so much more done as a group, and that's why I always gravitated towards having a group. When I was early in hip hop, people was like, "Yo, them niggas is whack, man.
Right.
Go, you should be on your own. You should do your own thing."
Right.
Even when I got up to the Cold Crush Brothers, people were like, "Yo, you need to just do your own. You should be." And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to put what I had and spread it into a whole group. When you see the Cold Crush Brothers, you see it 4 me's.
Right. But
you see
me 4 times. Everybody has the same dynamic. A group only works in any genre, in anything. A group of surgeons, a group of MCs, I don't care, a group of dancers, when everybody shares the same vision and the same dynamic and the same push. I
think when everybody's on one page.
Right.
That works. And when you see the division between groups, and from the 5 Heartbeats to the Temptations to the Cold Crush Brothers, there's always a division that comes about later on when people start to grow into themselves, start thinking for themselves, want to do things their own way, because we succeeded because everybody followed this one plan. Huh?
Or when they realize one person just might be more of a personality that's attracting a little bit more attention.
That helps. That does kind of help bring a little division among the crew. It depends on how
one girl on his couch.
How strong, you know, the dynamic in the group is, and how dedicated they are to pushing the agenda forward. When it was all about us pushing the agenda forward, then we were unstoppable.
Right.
We were unstoppable. When people start saying, "Yeah, well, I think we should do this." Why you think that now? You wasn't thinking 4 years ago. When, you know what I mean? Why you thinking all of a sudden now? You know what I mean? Why change up the formula now? Why you want to add something? It's not like you got more than you the same person you was 4 years ago.
Right.
So, and if you got more to offer, okay, I'll listen to you. But if you don't, shut the fuck up, sit down and read this paper that I gave you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Just say these words.
The dynamic changes up when you know, like a lot of groups start out young together, and they're buddies and friends. They're not thinking about. When you get older, you grow into yourself as a man. You start making decisions. You wanna have input. You wanna have say so in things. But I value your say so if your say so is valuable. If it's not, be quiet. Take this paper and read what I gave you.
Amen. Let the church say amen. See. That's why there's only one of me on this couch. I don't do group dynamics. I'm a personality, and 3 others, all of me. This is it. That's why it's the MS GABIE show. That's the MS GABIE.
I'll try to work with it or give something to a group, but I will never put myself in a group situation and have my career dependent on what the rest of the group does.
Yeah. No, okay? I'm a group for myself.
I can't do that.
I'm with you.
Only group I'm with is Group B's. Other than that,
I don't have any of those.
Sure you do. Stop playing.
Nothing I know of.
I'm sitting right here.
I'm sorry. You said groupies. You're one person.
I'm your first. I'm your first groupie.
Yeah.
All right. I started the MS GABIE fan club right here. From one right here. Here we go.
Yay. So listen, we've been talking for an hour and a half. We're gonna close this out because I could sit here for another hour, but we're gonna have to bring you back up.
Me too, and we're running out of White Henny too. So
we'll never run. I got. I was gonna say I only brought one with me, but I got
part 2. Tune in for part 2.
He didn't bring any music because what would normally happen, as all MS GABIE show watchers know, usually there's some music going because there will.
Let me stop you right here.
All right, because he know the bus is running.
I didn't bring music because my music is 10 years old. Okay, the last album I did in 2000. It's 14 years old actually. And I've done songs. I've done a lot of projects since then, but most of the work I've done have been with other artists. People contact me from around the world, like, yo, I want you to get on this track, this and that. All right, we'll send the check and the track. You know what I mean? So I've done a lot of different songs. I did LL's